As you can tell by my voice, I'm not really feeling that well. It's either that or I'm tired. So, um, I recently went to a trampoline park and um, I accidentally fell and my chest hurts. So I can't exactly talk crystal clear. But whenever I'm in my room laying down with my shoulders in really bad condition and hurting, I wonder, will society ever change? By the looks of it, till today, it's not really looking like it. Look, everyone really likes the new thing, the iPhone 17, GTA 6, or whatever, like computers and all that. And like, yeah. But I just want to take a moment to think we all we didn't like start with this, did we? We worked our way up to it. So, and the same thing is for if you go outside. Back then, we had a bunch of fireworks, and I understand that, not the best metaphor. But at least we used to have a better quality of air. Hold on, actually, let's look. So I may be wrong, I may be right. Oh, would you look at that? Let's go here. Air quality trends. Okay. Alright, everyone. I don't really know how to read charts, but I do know one thing. What is this? Yep. 1980. We started pretty good. 1990s, we went down-ish, and then we went back up. Then continuing to go down in air quality. So per 10 years, we are almost really dropping. Every the signs that they put in your local parks, cities, neighborhoods, they're not just recommendations. They're actually telling you it's not an option. You have to not look. Don't litter because you're only making our global situation worse. And we need to like revert back to our ways, like our usual back then. Like most people nowadays, they know what a PlayStation is. You're gonna say, "Hey, bro, I used to have a PlayStation 2," and then they're gonna say, "What's that? I thought there was only a PlayStation 5." That's probably what new gens are gonna be like today. And some people can't even afford to buy stuff like to make themselves nice. So, um, and I can't really say this myself, but I'm just saying I'm trying to raise awareness because personally I've had enough of whatever is happening nowadays. So sure we had Hitler and now we have Kim Jong Un, but still that doesn't mean we need to keep remembering them. Sure they were very bad people and they are very bad people. But I one thing I don't understand is the forgive and forget. Well, unless they killed multiple people, they it's usually for a reason, okay? Now, I know this that and pretty much uh, quite a few people know this, but Hitler was rejected from art school. Now look, I'm going to search up was Hitler rejected from Austrian art school? And let me show you. It's probably going to say twice. See? His rejection was due to his lack of talent in figure drawing. Okay, what about figure drawing? Everyone can draw a stick man, and they'll be okay with it. Like, what about it? Here, I'm going to look at these pictures. How could they reject this? Everyone, like, lock in. If you never knew that Hitler painted this, would you still think this is good? You probably would. And most likely this. Mhm. This is really good as well. He drew a church. And this. But this. I understand how people do this and why people do this. But everyone, there's a reason he does I mean he did what he did. Okay? And y'all are so focused on like brain rot. Here, I'm going to search up brain rot. Okay? Just hold on, give me a sec. My headphones were stuck on something. Okay. What do you mean there's an entire like almost dictionary for it? What? Thank you. Wait, hold on. What? No, I'm just what is this? I mean, sure I get age restricted, but what's funny about this? And what's fun? Because everyone thinks that they're the best person in the world, that they think they can be. They should just probably just go back to watching Mickey Mouse or whatever. And I'm saying that as that should be true, but I don't know entirely if Kim Jong Un has a reason why he's like this. Okay? Oh, really? Really? So, everybody, I can't figure that out entirely. But whenever we think of a communist, we always, most certainly, we think of Hitler. Most certainly. And I'm going to agree with you there. But everybody has a reason to do something. Because how did we go to powder musket from powder muskets to literal like iPhone 17s? How did we do that? I mean, I appreciate the technological advancement, but think about all the animals that died for your fancy Gucci, Prada, Louis Vuitton, fancy $10 million stock like designer bags and cheetah print coats. Think of all the fur that the animals shed. I'm no vegan, but I can tell you this for sure. Animals do deserve to live. Now, unless they deserve it, that's their fault. But still, I don't think that people need to pay money for this stuff because actually, I don't know what point I just made there, but AI. Take a look. Oh, I accidentally misspelled factory, and look, it's a brand. Wow, cool. Yeah, look at that. And you have factor, and then you have food. So I didn't search that up. Factory. So let's copy image. And let's open paint. I don't think you can import anything though. Okay. But let me try my best to show you what I'm saying. Factory do do factories produce phones and other devices. This is probably pretty obvious. Yes. So, and there's some, I don't know if y'all know anything about the greenhouse effect, but here, let me search it up for y'all. Let's look at this. The greenhouse effect is the process which certain gases in Earth's atmosphere trap heat. Okay, that's probably good. But something I don't find is that metal is made out of resources or minerals, right? Minerals, not really. When you think of minerals, you don't really think of anything, do you? You just think of like tiny, shiny specks. But whenever I think of an ore, you automatically think of Minecraft and all that. And Minecraft ores are like diamonds, gold. Okay? So whenever there's natural metal, guess what people do? They melt it down and put it into a mold that shapes it. So, and whenever you have heat, you have a source of heat. Whenever that source of heat is ignited, heat ignites, and guess what happens to the external heat or gases? They go up into the atmosphere, okay? And due to the greenhouse effect, we have multiple like gases that keep warming up our atmosphere, okay? And everyone, they love penguins. Let's go to YouTube. You see, this is pretty normal. You see this? Oh, what's this? Sir Mr. Beast. What is this? Hold on, what is this? Why are there so many hashtags? And what does anything have to do with a coconut? I'm sorry, everybody. Um, yes, you are going to see what my YouTube for you page looks like. Now, don't be like super duper surprised like by it, like, oh my gosh, like, okay. But I just need everyone to see something. This is YouTube's official YouTube channel, and look, I'm going to search up penguin. Okay. Now, if you've never seen a penguin before, this is a little penguin. Say hi, little penguin. Hi. Okay. So, and everyone's heard of Antarctica. I do not search this up on a daily basis, okay? It just gets there. But look. Oh, I'm sorry. What is this? What? Hold on. I just need to. There's an entire website dedicated to this. What is. My God. You know what? Whatever. But, oh my gosh. At least 7-Elevens is here. Even though he's one of the creators. I'm not going to be mean, but he used the filter to make it look like that, right? But and I can't blame him for killing her because look at what it's doing to people nowadays. I'm Goo Gaga. How does this guy have 11 million subscribers? Help him. This, this, my God, bro. Look at this. Let me. What? Why are you laughing at child endangerment or child abandonment for anything? And oh, I'm sorry, this doesn't look real, does it? It doesn't look real. That's because it's not. Okay. Now, thankfully, one of many AI companies, Sora.ai, Sora has decided to shut down their AI, if I'm correct. And look at that. So AI is used on phones, but we're using AI for the wrong purposes, are we not? Because sure, sometimes we have sometimes we have questions, and that's okay. I'm not saying that's wrong for anyone to wonder. But are you just like, do you have that big of a skill issue not to think of anything like original? Like, because you're going to tell AI what to do, and it's not a person, right? Well, when you think of AI, you don't really think a lot. You just think, hey, this is a really cool video generator. But whenever I think of it, and I think that it's just wrong, it's messed up. Because why would you spend all your time coding something where you can just type something in and it'll make it? I mean, that sounds pretty cool, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. But may I remind you that children are, how do I say this? Attached to their iPads. because of that. And whenever I say this, it is because let me set up a little diagram, okay? Let me just so hold on. I need to process what's happening in the world. I just hold on. So basically, um, I need water. Give me a sec. Okay. So just say I'm a child, like 5 years old, and I'm just so curious. I wander right into a textbook. I mean, not a textbook. Sorry. I walk into my little elementary school. Everywhere I look, everyone's talking about something called like a phone or an iPad, an iPhone or an iPad, and like tralala tralala or tung 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 sahur. And then I'm like, what is that? So I make a friend and ask him what it is. He's like, oh well, it's this new thing on like an iPad where you go on like you can hear that and you would probably go up to your parent and ask them for an iPad. But you realize that they're like providing you have food, water, a home. Cool, right? There's people that don't even have that and you want something more. Hold on, let me there, headphones. So that your parents don't want to get you. And you're okay. Or some kids are okay. Some kids are okay. They need it. And you have to get them it or else you won't be able to play like that. So when that happens, they search up all the stuff. And I just want to know something to all the child creators. What is your purpose? To fulfill a child's entertainment? Because if that's so, there's something called toys. Okay? Something called toys. And we don't need you, yes, content creators for children, talking in your little high pitched voice for them, like, okay, everyone, today oh, do you see that? We're gonna be visiting a museum, you know? And whenever they get hooked on that, there's usually a saying. I'm gonna give you 10 seconds to figure it out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's literally okay. And if you like my videos, like and subscribe. Okay? So you think, oh, that's normal, just trying to boost their channel. But it's not that normal because I could search up either what Blippi, Miss Haley, I think. If that's the name I remember correctly. Something like that. Here, let me just search up. Okay. So you literally have watching and all this, but here, let's just see what is this? Why does Blippi explores an ice cream truck? 2 hours of Blippi full episodes. Blippi tours. Okay. Um. why do we really need to like know this? Okay? Oh, would you look at this? Stevie John. I think I've seen him before. Have I not? Yep. For 2014, he stepped back from the main videos to spend time with his wife and son. So, why? And whenever his son gets an iPad, then why did he quit? Because then he can only really spend time with his wife. Because iPads, devices are taking over children's attention span. And I know this because I'm 11, and whenever I was like 6, I used to be all over brain rot and all that. Well, I shouldn't be saying that, but I was really hooked on my iPad whenever I was around 8 and 9 ish, 8, 9, and 10, because that's whenever everyone started getting social media active. Whenever I was ages 1 through like maybe 6, life was great, okay? And I'm going to say that. So, cherish your time while you can, while you're 6, because then you never know what's coming next. And even if you are 6 as of right now, or you know someone that's 6, just know that you're not going to be able to really communicate with them for a while. Because, yeah, and social media is a big influence for kids, teenagers, and old people, usually. And everyone wants to decide with other people to make them fit in. Okay? And you don't need to fit in. That's basic knowledge. But there's something called an opinion, and whenever someone doesn't like what? Let's just say Donald Trump. Okay, cool. You don't like him. Move on. Okay? There's no need to be going on the internet and saying like, did you know that he actually committed 15 million accounts of murder, broke into 3 houses, stole $20 billion in items, and like gave and made pregnant women give birth without their permission? Like, if you say that, everyone's probably gonna agree with you because there's no real information nowadays. But I just want to say something. Why do you accuse people of something they never did if you don't like them? Like, if you don't like them, like, just simple. Everyone hates Donald Trump because of what everyone else says. You've probably never spent time with him, have you? Probably haven't. So how do you know what to believe when you've never been around him or anyone? Okay? If you know what I'm saying. So, and government is crazy right now because there's too much war. And let me take a look at the map. Look, that's where my friend lives, not where I live. Look at this. You, yes, you, and you, somewhere in here, are fighting. War with US and Iran, Russia, and Ukraine. There's probably a bunch of other wars going on right now that we don't know about. But just think about this, okay? These guys used to promise freedom. And I don't know if they really are at this point. But what happened to equal rights? What what happens. And I'm just saying this because we were just on this topic, but I have two little cousins, and the youngest cousin, which is a girl, whenever she does something to me and I do the exact same thing back to her, I always get in more trouble. Okay? And whenever I even try to prove my point, everyone's like, well, I don't care. She know you're the one who's older. You should know better. And who knows? Maybe I do know better, and maybe everyone else knows better. But then it's up to me, and maybe you. I don't know. But the thing is, I can't just listen to people's lives and decide on hurting like a bulldog. I basically slap him in the face, and of course I did. She killed my entire family, and I would go to jail for more time than she did for assault. And can you tell me how that would make more sense? Can anyone tell me? Is everyone sexist nowadays and afraid to admit it? Yeah. Everyone's gonna stay on their little phones, iPads, scrolling the internet, leaving like comments that are not necessary, whether it's promoting it or not promoting it. What? Who cares? Because we have homeless people that need to be fed and need to have houses. Because I don't know if you know this, but there's something called a tornado, heat waves, and gang violence. But those are all threats to homeless people. Okay? And just think about this. One day, Elon Musk just said, you're Elon Musk, you're and you're homeless. Then you have the entire hood pulling up, and they shoot you. They point guns at your head. They shoot you. And before you die, you're so scared. Just think of that. And just imagine what the homeless people have to do. They have to adapt to that. Okay? And school is almost even worse. Because if most of your teachers are girls and there's not really a lot of boys in the establishment, it's going to be self-centered over girls. Doesn't matter at all. Okay? Because I'm just saying, doesn't matter. Okay? Because sexism, feminism, hate is not okay. And I don't care if you're gay, straight, bisexual, whatever. I don't care. But you need to think about the process of having children. It's it's either you get together with a man and a woman, or you don't have a child at all. That's just how it is. And if you do that for fun, then what's the entire point of being together? Like to enjoy each other's company? That's what friends are for. They're there to comfort you whenever you're down. And why does everyone think it's weird whenever you still sleep with your stuffed animal? Like, who knows? Someone could be on the verge of suicide, and those stuffed animals could be the only thing keeping them on, or keeping them alive. Just think about that for a minute, okay? And then everyone who comes over to their house to try to comfort them is like, oh my gosh, you sleep with stuffed animals? Oh my gosh, you're such a weirdo. You know? And it's just hard to deal with. Everyone takes their side. Doesn't matter. You, some people can't even be taken seriously. So you either can believe them or you just have to deal with it. Because I'm literally having enough of this. Because I wake up and I smell the air. it smells like absolute dookie. I tried to play tag and and I tagged someone, and then like 30 seconds later, they're running and then they fall. Then they're gonna blame it on me. And I'm just gonna say, well, maybe they shouldn't have been running near the what was it? Like maybe they shouldn't have been running near the bump and near like the nail pit. Maybe they wouldn't have fell. Maybe that's kind of their problem, I guess you would say. So, and we all lose legends here and there. Technoblade, Michael Jackson, Kobe Bryant, I think it was. And I understand Oliver Tree's gone, but still, like, I hardly even know people who were Michael Jackson fans like 2 years ago, and then today or yesterday they swear they were Michael Jackson fans every single day of their life. Everyone just hops on the new thing. Hardly anyone cares. Okay? But whenever someone does one tiny slip up, it goes entirely viral. Like everyone says, "Hey, hate this guy." And the thing is, whenever Oliver Tree releases like a few songs, he blows up. But I'm just saying, Michael Jackson can still top him with only one song. So I'm just saying that believe what you want to believe. Don't believe in the internet. Don't believe into anything. Just believe what you want to believe. And school is not helping for you. It probably did back in the day, not now. And whenever you think about it, think that the world is dying. This is Antarctica. Polar bears and cute little penguins live here. Like I showed you earlier, the Goo Goo Gaga penguin. The more you use AI to generate that penguin, the more penguins down here that are like really, really cute, they die.